I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
Where? You're going to put all...
Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of LB and Hamza Cooking, man. And today we're going to be speaking about our guy, Ryan Cherki. But before we get into it, make sure you guys are smashing up these likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well, if you're new. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Hamza. And make sure you're following him on Twitter as well, man, because he's always doing Twitter spaces. And the Twitter spaces are funny, man. So make sure you're getting on that, innit? Come on. He's been playing football, innit? You know what I mean? You got to respect Hamza, bro. He said he played a centre-back, innit? Chat, he says centre-back. We might need a centre-back, bro. If we sell Stones, Ake and Akanji, bro, we might need a centre-back, innit? You got the tech for that or no?
Listen, I played centre-back, man. I like, I'm that guy, as I said before. I just love this kind of organising from the back, knowing who's where, whatever it is, shouting at people. I hate losing, man. I get involved. They're saying, oh, we're like 10-7 up and someone calls that 10-6. I'm like, no, referee, this is no... Nah, I'm always the one causing chaos. I cause chaos in that football pitch, man. I'm the guy.
Are you a captain on that?
Huh?
Are you captain?
Yeah, I'm the captain mainly.
You
know one thing? I like getting on people's head, yeah?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, LP,
like Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, I like it. Bro, I had one guy who was playing, I was like basically at the centre back, and this guy is playing against me, yeah? And I'm like, yo, this guy's predictable. Yo, this guy's a bottle job. The guy took out the ball and goes, why is this guy calling me a bottle job, man? I don't know this guy, man. Bro, I get onto their heads, man. They lose before we...
Nah, that sounds like some...
I'm tired of this guy, man. He talks too much on the pitch, man. Stop talking.
Nah, that sounds like something like Sergio Ramos or Pepe would be doing. These guys, man. Nah, that's crazy, man. Hey, smash these likes up, chat. If you've not done so already, man, we've got 500 people locked in already. We're going to be speaking about Cherki. We're going to be defending this guy's name, man. Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there saying some bad things about this guy, innit? So we're going to be speaking about him. And then we'll speak about some other transfers as well, man. But smash these likes. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. See what you guys are saying. Let me go through these chats. I don't know why. We've only just started, man. We've got 5 super chats already. Let me get through these super chats, then we'll get straight into it. Let me whack this on as well, this new feature. Have you seen this feature, bro? Down there, the chat comes on the screen. You see it?
Ah, that's a nice one.
That's it's a good thing, isn't it? You can see that
feature, man.
Yeah, it's good addition. That's a good addition, man. A big up, man. But let me go through these chats so we get stuck in, yeah. Big up Denton as always in the building, man. Always tuned in. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Sending in the super sticker, bro. Come on. Big up to you, man. He's also gifted 1 membership as well. What a legend. Big up Denton, man. I appreciate it. Always in the streams, always locked in, always tuned in, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Benno, who says Murphy on Talk Sport. Is that Talk Sport? Liverpool get the league done over. I'm not sure about that one, to be honest with you. I'm not sure about that.
Is that Danny Murphy?
Yeah, Danny Murphy.
You know Liverpool, the ex-Liverpool players, man, what they do, they hype up their players and their signings, and they'll say things like that. 100%.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think that's the case. No, not for me. Not for me.
Football's 11 men, man. 11 men.
Exactly. Facts, bro. We don't know if he's going to work in it. So, that's cat, bro. Big up to Anthony. What's going on? We're going to be speaking about Cherki, bro, because people have been saying some bad things, and you know what I mean? We're going to speak about that, how he can fit into our team. And we're going to be addressing the allegations of attitude problems. Yeah. Doesn't work hard. All that kind of stuff as well, man. So come on. We're going to get into this. Big up to Saral says, Morgan Gibbs White is coming, Hamza. Chill. Pause.
Is that guaranteed?
I don't think we're getting him, bro.
I don't think so.
I don't think we're going to get him, man. I just don't see it.
He's not coming.
I don't think so. And we'll get into that in a bit because I've got a theory, bro. I spoke about it this morning, but I'm gonna give you the theory, innit?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lewis, says big up, can't wait for next season. That first home game is gonna go by. Gonna be mental. Nah, but bro, I can't wait for next season to start already, bro. Just get me these players in and then we'll cook. Then we'll cook, man. But we need these players. You know what I mean? Me and Hamza have been doing the streams. We've been doing the streams, man, since January.
100%.
Do you remember those streams we was doing back in January, bro?
Yeah, 100%, bro. No, 100%.
We were saying, man, back in then, we got to get quality players. And now we got Mamouche.
We got exactly.
Yeah, we got Huzanov. Yeah, Nico Gonzalez, good player as well. Vito Hayes, good player. And now we're being linked with some more players, man. It's about getting the players in. This is what we got to do. It's crazy. Right, let me finish off these. All right, guys, appreciate the donations, man, but we've got to get the show going, innit? So let me go through the rest of these chats, and then, yeah, no more donations, man. We need to get stuck into this. Yo, big up to Lewis, big up to Strats. Says, love LPX, Hamza, love the streams. Oh, come on, bro. Appreciate the $10, man. Appreciate the 10. What a guy. Shout out to Foggy with 5 gifted memberships on the channel. Legend. I appreciate the 5, Foggy. Big up to you, mate. Hopefully you're well. Come on, big up. W's in the chat as well, man. Come on, let's get some W's in the chat. I can't even start the show. We've been live 6 minutes, but your guys' love on the donations and support is just fucking insane. Yeah. So big up to you guys, man. W's in the chat. Come on, get spam, man. Love's insane. Big up Foggy. And shout out HSK, yeah, who donated $100 before the show had even started.
Wow.
Guys. Yeah. Insane support, man. Just to get things going, guys. How you all doing? I'm good. Yeah, very, very good. How you, Hamza? You good, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain.
Good, man. Good. Come on. Big up HSK. W's in the
Big
chat.
up HSK.
Legends, man. Every single one of you legends. Smash these likes up. Right, Hamza, talk to me. Ryan Cherki, bro. We've not spoke about this because the last stream we did was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now at that time, bro, yeah, we was thinking we was going to get Verts.
Yep.
Obviously, since then, since me and last you spoke, that's fallen through for whatever reason, and now we're looking at potentially getting Ryan Cherki, French baller. In fact, he's just been selected for the first time for the French national team. Hopefully, he gets some minutes for France. What are you saying about we'll come on to the attitude things in a minute. What are you saying about the quality player? Do you think he's a quality player? Because me and you've been saying no more projects, no more players that's going to take 3-4 years. We need quality players. Is Ryan Cherki for you a quality player, bro? Right, for the here and now.
Yeah, bro, 100%. I believe 100%, especially value for money. That's what I'm looking at. Value for money. Quality is number one. But when you're paying for something, is you always look at anything you buy. Is it worth it? Is it high risk? You have to look at that. Fair enough about what was our target. But sometimes you have to look at the whole context of everything else and say, yo, 150 million euros, what happens if that player gets injured? Are you becoming dependent on one player? Could you spread out that investment to a couple of players? Does that make sense? There's no doubt to me that if you're telling me that you can take that money and get me a couple of players who can be the difference maker, is what makes a huge difference. Because you've seen it with United sometimes. They'll put one egg in one basket and they'll go Cristiano Ronaldo. And you rely on one player. What happens if that player is not playing well, it becomes difficult. So to me, I'm looking at Ryan Cherki. He's a standout player for Olympic Lyon and in the French league. Just look at his stats. Look at his stats overall. The guy's had 42 appearances, 20 assists, and 12 goals. That's 32 GA. 32 total goal involvements. Yeah? Let's look at his Ligue A then. Ligue A. In 30 games, I researched this guy. He's had 8 goals, 11 assists. Does he improve us? Yes. 8 goals and 11 assists. For 21 years. He's younger than Oscar Bob. Younger than Oscar. I never knew he was
wild,
younger.
bro. I didn't know he was younger than Oscar Bob, bro. That's news to me. That's
Google it.
crazy.
He's young. People think that he's like mature guy. He's a young guy. He's younger than Oscar Bob by like 2-3 months. Bro, everyone will say Oscar is a young guy. He's younger. Look at that. The stats I'm telling you for a young guy, that's mad already. Look at the statistic I'm telling you. For a young guy, I'm telling you he's younger than Oscar Bob. He's brilliant. 8 goals, 11 assists in 30 games in Ligue 1. That's 19 GA.
That's very impressive, bro.
That's impressive. Yeah. This year, he's won the accolades he's won. Yeah. In Europa League, he's got 4 goals, 8 assists. That's
He won Young Player of the Europa League as well.
I looked at his stats here. Guess what he won? Ligue 1 top assist provider in 24-25.
Yeah.
Dribbler of the year, 24-25. He was in the team of the year, 24-25. He was the young player of the season in Europa League, 24-25. He was in Europa League team of the season, 24-25. He was the Europa League top assister. So he was an assister in Ligue 1 and Europa League, both competition. He was the dribbler of the year. He was the team of the season for both Ligue 1 and and what's the name? And Europa League, and you're the young player of the year. Bro, that is mad for a 21-year-old. And you look at PSG's team. You look at PSG. He's the only one guy that walked into that team. And you know what? French footballers, they produce good talents. For 21-year-old, he knows he's got. I think he's for 30 million. Are you telling me 30 million euros? You're gonna refuse that guy for that statistic?
That's unbelievable price. I can't believe it. Yeah, I cannot believe the price.
Come on.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, whatever you think about the Wirtz thing, yeah, whatever. The fact is, Liverpool have got to pay 150 million euros for Wirtz, yeah. And listen, Wirtz is a good player. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's a good player, yeah. But they're paying more than 100 million euros more than what we're paying.
Yep.
We're going to get maybe 3, maybe 4 players for the same price as what they're going to pay for one player. Now, if Wirtz turns out to be the next Kevin De Bruyne, then obviously that's great for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the risk to reward, yeah, you got Ryan Cherki here, mate. Yeah, I'm looking at the guy's numbers. This guy's putting up serious numbers already, and he's younger than Oscar Bob. This guy got 32 goal involvements last year, bro. Yeah, that's insane. In 3,100 minutes. These are crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. You look at KDB's numbers. Yeah, this guy's got better numbers than KDB last year. Yeah, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable numbers and unbelievable business. And it's a very good price. Yeah, and even if it fails, yeah, which I don't think it will, I have high expectation and I'm pretty confident on this deal, bro. You're going to get your money back anyway because it's so cheap. So for me, this is a deal that I think City look at and just go, it's a no-brainer. I think it's a close deal. He's been speaking today as well in a press conference. He's saying the rumors are true. You know what I mean? Yeah. The rumors are true. I think this deal gets done rapid. And you know what, bro, as well? Not only is he a quality player, he's a fun player to watch. Absolutely. A fun player. Because something that we've said quite a lot this season is watching City this year, it's been a bit boring, isn't it? A bit stale. A bit sideways passing. You know, very slow. You sign Cherki, he's an exciting footballer to watch. So everyone's going to enjoy watching him play. Yeah, he's going to score goals. He's going to assist for Haaland, who needs somebody to create for him. But it's going to be fun. This is a great player, man.
For 30, look at City fans. I heard today reports that Liverpool got rejected for 130 million euros. Those are the reports that come out of Germany.
I see that.
They might. By Leverkusen, exactly what Man City said, they've been stuck on that. City pulled on the deal, but a lot of fans will say, oh, we pulled up. Fair enough. I believe what the football club came out. 150 million euros is a lot of money. If you can get me Cherki for 30, 40 million euros, and I'm hearing 30, 35, yeah? 35. That's 5 times less than what they're paying. You can then get Reinders as well for 50 million. Get another. You still got change. We have moved on into that football club. We see the opportunity. And there's no doubt about it. We know if I showed you that stats of a 21-year-old with that stats, yeah, you say to me, nah, he can't be younger than Oscar Bob. He can't be 21, 22 years old. That's a stats of like a 26-year-old guy, 25-year-old player. To me, I think he's strong as well. He's strong. You know, he's strong. You can't knock him off the ball. You know, we are known to be bullied. You know, people push off the ball. He's a strong player. He's very technical. Yeah, he's a technical player. Tight spaces, he beats you. He's a skillful, what I call street footballer. He's a street footballer. You know, those street footballers. I learned my game like in the streets. I know how to dribble past tight spaces. 2 man on me. I can drag people. But he's also got the brain. He's got smart. His IQ, football IQ, is very smart. To be involved in those many assists. And think about it, that assist, he's playing for Lyon. So imagine if he played for PSG. How many assists would have had? That's what I'm just being honest. I'm not gassing anyone up. Imagine he's playing for PSG. How many assists would he have had if you're telling me he's playing with the likes of Lacazette up front? Come on, man. Really?
Yeah, and no, Lacazette at his prime. Now, this is the facts, bro. Yeah, because you know what you need. Yeah, when you're playing against a low block and you're playing against like 10 players on the edge of the box, right?
Yeah.
You need a player that just like can find a way. Just find a way.
Yep.
Yeah, find a way, because sometimes systems pass. It
Yep.
don't work sometimes. You see that against Southampton. You saw it against Arsenal earlier in the season when it was 2-2, and we just can't. That whole game, innit? We were just pass, cross. We couldn't do nothing, yeah? Sometimes you need a player, yeah, like a Mamouche or like a Cherki who can just get the ball and do something like that, yeah? And that's what we've not had. The first half of the season, we didn't have that until we signed Omar Mamouche. When we signed Omar Mamouche, yeah, true baller, that guy changed the way we could play and changed our results. Why? Because that guy could get the ball from 30 yards and put it in the corner. That guy could get the ball on the edge of the box, put it in a top corner. We didn't really have that really the first half of the season. Mamouche come in. Look at that goal that he put in was it Bournemouth, the game? We scored from 30 yards. Cherki can come in. He can score a goal from the edge of the box. Cherki can come in, yeah, and he can make a dribble, maybe win a penalty or something like that. Yeah, you remember Sterling? You remember Sterling, yeah? How many penalties did Raheem Sterling win, bro? So many penalties.
Yeah.
Why? Because he got the ball, he took players on, man, and we got penalties. Yeah, we don't really get that many penalties these days compared to what we did when we had Sterling. Sterling got pure penalties, man, underrated player. And I feel like Cherki can come in, bro, and yeah, he can make us good, man, and he can improve us massively, and he can add that goal threat, chance creation, dribbles. And just, a little bit of fun, man, because it's not been too fun watching City this year. I think this is a great signing, bro.
When we spent we spent more Nunes, more for Calvin Phillips. We spent so much money for these guys. He's cheaper than that, guys. I'm looking at the statistic. He's cheaper than that. And if you look at the team of the year that they've had this season in Ligue 1, you look at the team of the year. They had Lucas Chalavet was the goalkeeper of the year. Yeah. Look at the rest. PSG. Hakimi's right back. Marquinhos, PSG. Pacho, PSG. Nuno Mendes, PSG. João Neves, PSG. Vitinha, PSG. Due, PSG. Ousmane Dembele, PSG. Bakola, PSG. Cherki got in. Cherki got into that.
That deserves a round of applause, bro. I'll be real with you, bro. That's insane.
He walked in to that team. So when people are coming out, he walked into that team. He's absolutely grown this year. That this year, there's been a lot of talk about how he gets involved in the play. He's the main man for Lyon. Lyon, this season were poor. But to me, if you look at the stats that he's had, assist of the year, dribble of the year, team of the year, he's involved. And he's only 21. He's knocking 21. Out all the doors.
He's only 21. And you know what? You know what about him, yeah? I feel like he'll come to England, right? And I think, bro, let me ask you a question, yeah? And like phase this in a questiony way, yeah? I think this guy might feel a little bit disrespected. Because when people speak about the best young players, they speak about Wirtz, they speak about the Sakas, they speak about Foden, yeah? And then obviously you got some at Real Madrid, right? Cherki never really is in that conversation. Why? Why is he not? Disrespect.
Yeah.
Maybe people don't respect the French league. Maybe people don't respect Lyon. Maybe people don't respect the fact he's playing Europa League. Maybe they don't like the guy. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never really hear too much online, on Twitter, in the press about Cherki. You don't really hear too much about him. Why not? Them numbers that he's just put up, are fantastic numbers. He got in the team of the year. Yep. Why do you not hear that? And he comes to City, Hamza, he's got a point to prove. He can go, hang on a minute, you all disrespected me, I'm a baller, bro. You guys do. Why have I never been selected for for France? Now maybe it's because France is stacked in it. Yeah, France have good players, right? But why have I never been selected? I don't know, man. Like maybe he should be in there. Now I know that like obviously, you know, this is the first year that like he's maybe playing as many minutes as he did previously. Maybe he didn't have as many minutes, but I feel that like, and he's still young in it, but I feel like he's a player that is ready to come to Manchester City, ready to come to the Premier League, and everyone goes, wow,
Wow.
Where was this guy? Why was no one speaking about this guy? Like, we
Yeah.
kind of missed him. You get what I'm saying?
Fact. And especially when you have a striker like Haaland, when you got a player like Rodri with him. Look at the team he plays for, Lyon. Do you guys know the Lyon players? They got players like, what's the name? Who's the Arsenal right back that they've got? They've got Maitland-Niles.
Oh, yeah, they got Maitland-Niles. Yeah.
There you are. Lyon have got teams like Maitland-Niles, Lacazette. They haven't got. They've got Chaletasa, who we're linked with, Verute, Almada, Fofana, Lacazette. Bro, they've got the team that he plays for. He's a standout player. Why is he? He doesn't get the rated because this season he was only 20. He just turned 22 last couple of months, I think. Yeah, he was 21 before that. Last year was 20. Last year was 20. And I remember him. Do you know why I remember him? I remember Cherki. He was in that team on the bench when we played the Man City. Do you remember they beat us with Hamza,
Yeah.
He was that talented.
Another fucking baller.
Yep.
Yeah. What's happened to him, by the way?
I think he fell off. I think there's a lot of going on outside football that he got caught up, and I think he didn't just. He's a
talented player, bro. I wanted him at City, man. I can't lie. Back in like 3 years ago, bro.
Absolutely. So you see, players like Cherki, I think, are top players that if you're telling me you're paying £30 million and someone you're getting a top player, whether you like it or not, you're seeing United buying Cunha, who's how old is he? For 60 million.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money. Cherki's 21 years old.
That's double the price.
Double the price. He was a top player to me. I look at that, I think, listen, and they were unlucky. The only reason they lost to United, he came off. Do you remember they were winning 4-2?
Yeah, they should have lost that game.
Bro, he came off. He was the guy that was changing the thing. He scored at Old Trafford. And he cussed United fans as well.
Great goal.
Man, he cussed United fans. So you can see the heart that he has.
Yeah.
You know, he was going to knock out United. They took him off because they were quite comfortably. And then when they took him off, you know what happened. They would never have lost if they had him on the pitch. Because he's.
You know what I like about it as well, Hamza, is that like we need players that can step up in big games. Yeah. Because I keep going on about our top 6 record in the last 2 years is really poor. Yeah, we're not beating the big teams, bro. Europa League, last 16, first leg, 2 assists.
Yeah.
Last 16, second leg, 2 assists.
Yeah.
Quarterfinal, first leg, goal. Quarterfinal, second leg, goal. Yeah. All 4 knockout games that this guy played in this season in the Europa League, GNA, 6.
Look at that.
We need players, who can step up, bro, in the big games. Like, this is just the truth. Like, we're not winning the big games. We're not beating the top 6 sides anymore, man. You know what I mean? PSG this year, League On game, away from home. Parc des Frances, whatever it's called. Assist.
Yeah.
PSG, home.
Yeah.
Goal. Big game player. I don't want these players, who can come in and do it against Wolves, Southampton, Ipswich, but then not do it against the top 6 sides, not deliver in the Champions League. I need players that can come into the team and deliver me goals and assists, and clean sheets against the very best teams. This guy, goal and assist against PSG this season in the league, and 6 GA in 4 knockout games in the Europa League. This is what we need, man. This guy is not here to fuck about, mate. I'm telling you now, he's coming to Man City, mate. And he's coming here to show everybody, that he's been a little bit disrespected, right? And even if we just take this year, no one's been speaking about Cherki that much. Yeah. Like 6 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 months. No one's speaking about him, bro. A little bit disrespected, mate. I'll be real. So he's now got the platform. And he's coming into a Manchester City team, that's hungry, that has desire, that's being refreshed, rejuvenated, and that wants its Premier League back. And he has the opportunity to cook, bro. And I'm telling you, man, I have big expectations for this guy, man. Big expectations.
I look at his playing style. I look at what we lack. We lack killers up front. Feeding a guy like Haaland. Haaland stays up front, doesn't get fed. We've got wingers who don't feed our player, our strikers. That's one of the weaknesses that we've had this season. Other than KDB, we've lacked to feed Haaland. if you look at the fact that look at his playing style, his vision, the way he picks up the ball in tight spaces, amazing. His dribbling ability, he can take off 1 or 2 man. He's not scared. But he's like Doku, but he can create an exceptional. You see, check him. Check his goals. You see his compilation that even Ligue 1 did a 10-minute compilation on him. They didn't do it anyone else. They did it on him.
Bro, you know that Ooze guy?
Yeah.
On Twitter, you know him?
Ooze, yeah, big up Ooze, yeah, French guy,
bro,
yeah.
Bro, I swear it was him. It might be someone else, yeah, but I think it was him. Bro, this guy did a 22-minute compilation, yeah? I swear down it was from this year alone. I swear down, bro. I swear it was from this season only.
Yep.
How mad is that? How you did 22 yeah, just this season, bro. I swear it was, bro. I swear it was just this season. 22-minute compilation, yeah. It was from this year only. Normally it's like 6 minutes, bro. Yeah. 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, this guy done a 22-minute, yeah, for just this season. Oof. Like, how you doing a 22-minute compilation for just this season, bro? That's crazy work.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And you know what as well? Yeah, watching this compilation, yeah, I need to do another one because the last one was at L, man. I accept you.
Yeah.
Bro, the last bro, when I'm watching the compilation of this guy, yeah, I like watching it, bro. Sometimes I'm watching a compilation of a player, yeah, I'm like,
you don't get bored.
Yeah, nah,
I love it.
Bro, I'm watching this guy, bro. He's like doing the step overs, he's coming in, cutting out, he's shooting, he's creating, bro. He's a footballer. It's like you say, bro, he's a street footballer, man. Yeah, you don't get many of these players these days because a lot of the players, that come through the academies, they've been trained. Like they're in academies from 8, 9 years old. Yeah, they're trained to play this way. Yeah, and like they get it coached out of them a lot of the time. Yeah, in these academies, but this guy's managed to get out of it a little bit. Yeah, sort of Hazardy vibes. You get like a little bit of Hazardy. Yeah, you see, I see that. I do see that a little bit. Yeah, so this is for me. I'm very, very excited, bro. I can't lie. I think this guy's got potential levels, and it's just about like where is he going to play in the team and that, because he says he wants to play as a 10, or I don't know if he said he wants to play as a 10, but he said his best position is as a 10. I think he's going to play off the right with Foden in the middle and Mamouche off the left, and like tuck in. And I think we're just going to go just crazy, bro, with the fullbacks and that. But yeah, we're going to speak about his attitude, bro, because like I think some people have been telling a bit of lies, bit of extreme views on it, man. You know what I mean? There's been a little bit posted today. But yeah, like, what's your thoughts on all this sort of like attitude? Are you even bothered by this, bro? Because like, there's a lot of people out there who are like, "Oh, he's got attitude pop." Do you even care, or like, where are you at with this, bro?
Listen, number one thing is I look at the quality. There's some players that they need. They're just good players, and you have to be arrogant on the pitch. I don't mind you delivering that stats. I don't care how arrogant you are. Like, it's key to me. Sometimes you have to have that. And you can see in the way, even against United fans, when he was beating them, what he did offensively. It was so funny because this guy ain't scared. I don't care. He's winning. He knows he's a good footballer. I think the unfortunate thing that he takes this bad attitude is because of little, like, stigma. Yeah? And the issue about like Leon owner, when they said about it, there was a little bit of tension on the football club. He was pissed off. There was a game, I think they were pissed off. And a lot of remember the game when Leon fans were bollocking the players? Remember that day?
Leon fans
shouting. They were swearing at the players and say, "This is Leon Football Club and you have no right to do that and this and that." Yeah. And he sat behind and he was so pissed off. He was emotionally driven because he said, "I'm a boy from Leon. It hurt me so much." And he didn't want to stand there. So he was so pissed off, he left. Bro, he has a right. The most important thing in football is the ability. And some players are arrogant, like Hazard. They'll get the ball.
Le message s'adresse à vous, à certains d'entre vous déjà, à ceux qui assument le statut de cadre du vestiaire. Le message il est clair. S'il y a des cadres dans ce vestiaire, ils n'ont plus le droit de se taire. Vous portez le maillot de l'Olympique Lyonnais. Vous êtes ceux. Hey, pas la peine de cacher si tu veux parler derrière tes doigts. Si tu veux nous dire un truc, pas de problème. On peut discuter après. pour le moment, vous m'écoutez. Vous nous écoutez. Vous êtes ceux qui portent le maillot de l'OM. D'autres avant vous l'ont porté, l'ont glorifié ce maillot. Vous n'avez pas le droit de le salir.
Wow, bro, that's a crazy one, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Listen, imagine. That's what someone said. Imagine Big Steve doing that. Listen, imagine Big Steve standing out there calling out all the players are 1 in 13. Oh my days. That would have been funny. Oh my God.
You need to get Big Steve on the
Hey,
mic, man.
that is funny. Hey, but the fact that he stood up there, he accepted it. He was so pissed off. He walked a bit afterwards, and he was angry. He knew. He said, "Bro, that's his team. He grew up in Lyon. He's a boy from Lyon. It hurt him." But they came back. They were fighting relegation at the beginning, bro. Because of his goal and assist, they came far, bro. He's playing with not good players. Everyone knows in French football that they were going through financial difficulty. I think they put a release clause because that financial difficulty they were going through. Yeah. And they gave him a word that they'll let him go this season if a certain amount came in.
Yeah, because apparently he's got a gentleman's agreement, innit?
There you are. There you are. Otherwise, he would never had that chance. If Lyon, you know Lyon, how they are. Guys, everyone knows Lyon. Lyon are the hard. They used to have a guy called Jean Michel, whatever it is. This guy was the hardest guy to negotiate with. They're like worse than Napoli. Napoli. They're worse than Napoli. Everyone who's ever negotiated with Lyon, you get ripped off. Every time. They ripped off Tottenham to get that midfielder. What's his name? Do you remember that midfielder?
Ndombele.
Ndombele. They got ripped off for 70. They told you're paying 70, 80 million.
70 mil, bro.
70 million.
Yeah.
They ripped everyone. If the Lyon owners want that particular money, they want it. Ryan Cherki is not worth 30 million. If he's in League A Team of the Year, do you think he's worth 30 million euro? No. Dribbler of the Year, 30 million for 21-year-old who's got potential. We were lucky he had a gentleman's agreement. To me, I'm looking at that as an opportunity. So when people say attitude, Hazard had an attitude on the pitch. Does it make sense? De Bruyne was upset to lose.
Facts.
Do you remember when he told Pep one time to shut up?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let me play. Is this not bad? There's some players they want to play. They want to show on the pitch. He doesn't disrespect. There's no report that he's disrespected anyone or he's missed training. He doesn't turn up to training. He's late. You know, there's some players we know, I'm not going to mention. They come up in training later for other football clubs. They've been reported to be problem makers. Garnacho's, let's say for Garnacho's brother releasing, there's been report that he releases lineups early. You know, people talking about this kind of stuff. You know, he doesn't do that. He's just a good kid. He's a 21-year-old. Remember, when you're 21 years old, you just want to play football. So to me, he's got too much confidence. People call him arrogant. Because the way he skills people. That's why people call him arrogant, because he's confident.
But I'm sick and tired of this, Hamza, because it's like, why do people, just see a player with a little bit of like, you know, a bit of ego, a little bit of like desire to win, a little bit of like, like a bit of swagger or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then just start like fucking doing all this shit. It's mad, mate. And I'm not being funny here. Like, one of the criticisms that I've got of this team that this season is that they're too soft. And I feel like having someone like Ryan Cherki in there, I feel like Ryan Cherki is going to fight for this football club, mate. The type of player he is, mate. Yeah, he's going to fight for the club in it when he's on the pitch. He ain't like losing. I bet for you, I can guarantee you, for facts, that when they got beat off United, I bet he was in that dressing room fuming, bro.
He's fuming.
I bet he was in that dressing room fuming, bro. I bet in that dressing room and went, "What the fuck have you just done, you guys?" Yeah, I was off the pitch for what, 10 minutes, and we were winning, and now you lost. You didn't even make it to penalties. Yeah, embarrassing. I bet, and sometimes you need a little bit of that, man. You need a little bit of that. Someone to just like have a little bit of a chat and raise the fucking. At the end of the day, this is a sport. And you need players sometimes to fucking tell people the truth, because sometimes these players, they're a little bit too like, just get on with business and that. Sometimes you need someone in the dressing room to say, hang on a minute. What's going on?
Yes.
And we've spoke so many times this season about how this season is soft, and that's why the signing of Huzanov was a great signing. Because he's aggressive type of player. Kevin De Bruyne's mentioned it, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I like this. I want this. And I think people need to stop worrying so much about the attitude thing. And the fact is, yeah, you think this club hasn't done its research. Yeah, there were stories coming out last week that Manchester City have contacted his former manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pep Guardiola spoke to his former manager to ask him about it. Got nothing but positives.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what? Because a little bit of 2-2 rumors are going around the internet. People are starting to panic about it. It's like, chat. Like, I know, probably to be fair, most of you guys in my chat, like, I've not really seen too many people in my chat that have said it, but there's loads of people on Twitter that I've seen it like, oh, I'm not sure about this LB. Looks a bit sus on it. And I'll just say to you, like, relax in it. It ain't that deep, bro. Everything that he said, bro. I've seen his press conferences. I've been seeing what he's been saying. I've been seeing his like the way he speaks and that. This guy comes across as just a normal guy. Normal guy who just wants to play football. Did you see his press conference comments when he just said, I just want to play? Wherever I play, it's football. I want to know about football. I want to know about where I'm playing. I want to know systems. I want to learn. I want to get better. That's all it is, bro.
We need that kind of player, bro. I saw that. You see that video that went viral? He's a baller. Look at the way he kicked the ball like Mahrez, controlling the left foot. One touch. Kick the ball on the right foot.
I've seen it, bro.
One touch. Mahrez type of player, man. He's a baller. He has this. Mahrez was just, give me the ball. I'm controlling this ball. I'll beat you. Top corner. He can shoot. He can place. He's a completely the definition of a street football. To me, if you look at him, for that price, I'll give you an example, There's some players who've gone for 40, 50 million. Let me give you an example. Dominic Solanke went to Tottenham. How much did they pay? 65 million. Yeah. Todibo left Nice to West Ham. Nearly 70 million. Yeah. Yeah. Richarlison left Everton for Tottenham for over 50 million pounds. Raheem Sterling, we sold him for over 50 million pounds. Look at things like Anthony. United spent nearly 90 to 100 million. Yeah. Mikhailo Mudryk, 85 million.
Yeah.
Pogba, Lukaku, 97 million. Look at those scumbags. The noisy neighbors we talk about. Yeah, the United. How much they spend. Hoyland. Look at the money that they spent on these frauds. Nkunku. Look at the player. We're getting a guy on 30 million. You can't no one has the right to compare if I show them the stats. That makes sense.
I agree with you, bro. Like, and this is the thing, innit? It's like it's such a risk-free deal for me because it's so cheap, bro. If it doesn't work out, bro, you just sell him, innit? You sell him for 20
no
million.
one's gonna kill you over 30 million.
Nah, I agree.
No one's gonna kill you.
You're not getting cooked in the press. You're not getting cooked off of rivals, innit?
No
so
one.
like,
No,
that's the truth, man. But yeah, listen. Let me bring up some stuff from Us. He done a translation today, yeah. All right, come on, bro. Love LB. He's watching. Yo, come on, bro. What a guy. Right, let me have a look at where is it? He done a translation today. Where is it? He done a translation. He tweets a lot. Let me find it, man. Where is it? He deleted it? Maybe he deleted it. Oh, wait, is this it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Buzzing. Right, let's take a look at this, yeah? Ryan Cherki, to L'Equipe about the false rumors on his personality and his future, yeah? And like he's translated it into an English. What a guy. Right, so let's have a look at this, mate, because we got to address this, man, because it's not right, innit? It's not right. So do you feel like people really know who Ryan Cherki is? He said, people don't know me very well. Otherwise, I'd be less criticized. Laughs. When people really get to know me and I invite you to ask the players I played with, more than a few are surprised. Why is that? They hear things people sometimes try to make up about me and they realize they're not true. I don't feel like describing myself. That's not my role. And above all, the people who know me are the best ones to do that, right? There's more. We'll read it, right? You know what this reminds me of? KDB said something similar about this to Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah. When KDB did I swear down, what's that app called, man? Or not app, but there's a page on Twitter, yeah, where football players like write stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Which one's that?
Where this one, Players Tribune, yeah. So like players like do a little article or whatever, and they put it on this app. You've never seen it before?
No, never.
Nah, you need to follow it on Twitter. Yeah, it's like the players, if they want to write something, they can write it, and then they put it in this year. And KDB said the same thing, yeah, about Sterling. He said Sterling. Everyone said in the press that the guy's a knob. Everyone said he's a twat. All this blah blah blah. And he said when he met him, he was like, "What the hell? Like this guy's just a normal guy. Yeah, everything's just lies, made up, extremism, bro. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, mate. Yeah." And this is what he's saying. He's saying the same thing. He's saying people meet him, and then, oh, you're not what I thought you was going to be like. And he's probably like, what do you mean? Everyone's thought, I thought you was a twat. When you talk about noise, are you talking about pressure? He says, yes, but I'm also talking about everything that's been made up. Yeah. All the things people have said about me, about my entourage, even though there's never been any incidents around me. I'm a human being. So, of course, both positive and negative things can happen to me. People have sometimes said I'm hard to deal with, difficult to coach. That's not true. I've always stayed silent. I've never responded. I invite all my critics to name something real they can think about for a very, very, very long time.
Look at that.
So, bro, this is just fake news.
It's fake news. I'll give you an example. There's many players I remember that a lot of people said, oh, he's arrogant, oh, he's this and that. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He was known for his larger-than-life personality, self-confidence, I'm better than you. Top player. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah? Confident but arrogant. He was a good player. Yeah, world-class. Luis Suarez. He used to hate losing. Arrogant. Paul Gascoigne. Arrogant. But guess what? They just had this confidence about them. These were confidence players. Neymar. Top players. Street footballers. Yeah? Even the likes, I forget, what's the name? John Terry. Yeah? Gotze. Gotze is in early career. I remember people used to say, oh, that guy's arrogant at Dortmund. He had a bad reputation. Bad reputation. Iron Robin had fights. But
the thing is, though, Hamza, it's like, who gives a shit, innit? Who cares, man?
I don't care about that.
Do you care, bro? I don't care, mate. Facts. Yeah. Tevez probably wasn't an easy one. You know what I mean?
Yes,
but on the pitch. For me, it's like I have a couple of things that I want to see from you, yeah? One, I want you to respect your colleagues, i.e. the players, the manager, and the fans. Yeah? Like, okay, don't be turning up late. If you turn up late, you turn up late, but don't be turning up late all the time, because I don't think that shows respect to your fellow players, and I think it undermines the authority of the manager, yeah?
Yeah.
And then respect the fans, innit?
Yeah.
Respect the fans. Respect all fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
And respect the fans that are paying money to turn up and support their team. Yeah. Some of these guys are save their money all week and they're turning up, putting a performance, fight for the badge. Yeah. You lose, you win, you win. But make sure you're fighting. Make sure you're training properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately, just be a fucking good footballer, bro. Because I don't want to watch some dead footballer on the pitch, with all due respect. I want to watch, as everyone does, they want to watch the best possible players that your club can get. So for me, that's it, bro. And I'm reading this, and the one thing that I've said throughout this whole thing, about Cherki and these attitude problems, I said, someone find me like legitimate things that are not like just petty stuff that tells me, and I've not found anything yet. Let me read the final one, bro. In fact, there's two more. Let me read this one, bro. He says, this season started with you being put on the side because you hadn't extended your contract. He says, everybody forgets that. It still makes me smile. It shows how ungrateful football can be, in the sense that I gave everything to the club. I signed my first professional contract here despite other offers. I extended my contract several times, and I always gave my word that I would not leave on a free, unlike somebody else. And despite that, some people still tried to hurt me, but I never gave up. I knew where I wanted to go. I was strongly criticized by some people inside the club. People criticize my entourage, but I'm the one who makes the decisions. So he said, so this summer you'll be the only one deciding your future. He says, exactly. No one will decide for me, not the how, the why, or the where. I don't want to be passive. A lot of players are, but time flies. I hope that in 10 or 15 years, I'll be able to say I'm proud of myself and the choices I made. I'm proud of myself. This guy wants to be an elite level footballer, which is what I said at the start of the stream. This guy ain't here to fuck about me. This guy's here to come on the football pitch and prove to everybody that he's a top talent, a top footballer that deserves to speak about more, mate. Yeah? So that's the truth, isn't it?
And it's a fact. You know, one thing that I remember this. I researched this. Many clubs did want him. In June 2024, PSG wanted him. Go and research it. PSG made a bid. They made an offer when Lyon were in financial issue. They offered, I think, 20 million or something like that. And Lyon refused. They said, no way. And then Lyon and PSG had an issue. In summer last year again, Dortmund came for him. Dortmund asked, and Dortmund don't go for bad players. We know Dortmund don't go for players who are bad. Yeah. And Lyon again were frustrated or something about negotiation. They pulled out. Liverpool made an inquiry in November 2024. Go and check it. Yeah. Tottenham had asked for Cherki. Madrid even expressed those reports in Spain. Madrid were interested. He's right. People have been interested. The player never pushed for a move. He's never said, I want to leave the football club. That's attitude. Yes or no? I don't want to play for this football club. He had a gentleman agreement, said, if the offer comes in the summer, I'm more than happy. And I'll play this season outstanding. He's been outstanding for their team. He's been the best player for their team. He's given them all. Lyon were fighting relegation. Yeah, relegation, bro. And he took them out from that relegation to a top team, top club, with those players that they've had. Ask any Lyon fan about their team. They'll say, other than Ryan Cherki, we don't have good players. We don't have good players. We don't have good players. City are getting a top talented player that's younger than a lot of our youngsters like Nico Riley, Oscar Bob, who's got all these assets to offer. Elegant, brilliant dribbler. He can score, he can shoot. The GA have given you. Tell me a youngster who at that age has the same amount of GA like him. Tell me a single youngster. You can't.
It's tough, especially if you're talking like a major European league.
Yeah, tell me. Not many people can remember that. And if you remember players who came from French football, people laugh. When the likes of Hazard, remember? We were dilly-dallying about. We were interested in Hazard. We were very interested in Hazard. I'll never forget it. Yeah, and Hazard he didn't have the number of assists like this guy, but Hazard was a good talent, and we slept about it. City didn't want to agree, whatever. Chelsea came in, agreed on the deal. We lost a good player. He's as good. He shows me this kind of like dribbling, technical player like Hazard. You know, he plays like that kind. Look at yesterday, for example. Look at Doué. Look at Doué for PSG. Was he not a game changer?
Top player.
What did it exactly? So opportunity arose. PSG saw a player who's able to dribble. He's a dribbler. Who can assist? He assisted. Who can score goals? Cherki can do the same.
Cherki can do the same.
Why am I going to lose the value of that guy and go and buy a player who's very, very expensive when I'm getting this guy a fifth of the price?
He also seems to me to wave suit this team better. I seen Lias say he's an anti-Pep player or he's not suited to City.
Please.
I think he couldn't be farther from the truth. I think he's a complete Pep player.
Yep.
I think he's a complete player for this system. I think he's a player that can plug and play. Like you stick him into the team, bro. I think this guy, obviously it might take him, a couple of weeks or maybe like months to fully get into the swing of things. But I don't think that Cherki is a player that will come to Manchester City and look like he doesn't know what he's doing or not fit the system. I really don't believe that to be the case at all. I think he's more suited to this system than Doku, more suited to the system Savio. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel that that is the case. And then I see now men in the chat say he meant pressing and defence. But if this guy is talking about he wants to be proud of himself, and I'm right in what I'm saying in that I think this guy wants to come to England and prove himself, I think he will press. Yeah, that's just the truth. I don't know, man. I remember watching that Lyon game against United. I never once thought this guy looked like a lazy player. Never once. Did you ever once see that?
No.
I never seen it one time. Not one time.
I'll give you the player that reminds me of him, and you're gonna laugh. Do you remember Frank Ribéry?
Yeah.
Was he not had a portrayal of being arrogant French player?
Bro, they always get
Troublemaker.
this, bro. They always
Yeah,
get this,
French
man.
arrogant player. Did Pep not
Yeah.
manage? Did Pep not manage Frank Ribéry at Bayern Munich with Ian Robben on the other side?
Yeah, and he fucking ripped us, bro.
And he ripped everyone up.
He ripped
There
us
you
apart.
are. And did Bayern Munich not come in and took him, and he became one of the best players for Bayern Munich's history, probably, most likely.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's up there,
And
100%.
that tells you, I'm sorry to say that, Pep knows I need quality. And Pep can work with this kind of players. He's worked with any player. Pep has worked with many players around him. And to me, I'm looking at classic Frank Ribéry. A player like Frank Ribéry, Hazard, who are street footballers, yeah? Opportunity of don't come often like that, man. He just reminds me, bro. There's something about him, man, at this age. I just love, man. He can, listen, Southampton were parking the bus against us. I needed a dribbler to go past 1 or 2 and to make the assist. We were just passing the ball sideways. Come here. Oh, guys, there's 2 men on me. Okay, I'm going to pass back again. Go back again. Are we going to play the same football? No. We want a guy who can have the confidence of taking on 1 or 2 players, release the ball to Haaland.
Yeah. You know what the thing is as well, yeah? Is like, I think the system that we're going to play next year, I feel that like you'll have to press, but there's going to be bare players in that. I think we're going to go full ham next year. I think we're going to attack, bro. I think we're going to go attack mode next year. If you're going to have 4 or 5 players pushed up the pitch, like the space in which you have to press will be smaller because you've got more players there. So I don't think he's got to even press like that much, man. And I'm not being funny, yeah. When I've seen someone put in the chat there, he's got Rodri behind him. Rodri will be screaming at him, bro. There's a Ballon d'Or winner. Are you gonna look at the Ballon d'Or winner and not do what you say? You're gonna do what you said, bro. So again, this to me comes back to his attitude, and people look at his attitude and said, is he gonna have the right attitude? Is this guy gonna do what he needs to do on the football pitch? And for me, I just think that like let's judge him on what he does. If he gets on the pitch, he ain't pressing or not doing, we'll call it out at the time, innit? But right now, I'm not seeing anything in his game that indicates that that's going to be an issue.
Who's available? Who's available?
Bro, I'll tell you this as well, Hamza, yeah? Well, that's a good point, yeah? That's a fair point. But also this, Pep's spoken to him on the phone. Pep's apparently spoken to Cherki and like told him about like the thing. I'm not being funny, yeah? Pep's obviously watched him. Pep's obviously done a little bit of scouting on this guy as well. If Pep watched this guy and gone, he's a good baller, yeah, but he doesn't work hard enough, it ain't going to work. They wouldn't be buying him, bro. They'd go and get Xavi Simons or they'd go and get someone else.
Fact.
Yeah. So again, for me, that is just more sort of like stuff that I just think that's like, put it on the back burner, man. Listen, if he doesn't work or he doesn't work hard enough on the pitch, Pep won't play him. Yeah.
Don't.
But Pep wouldn't be signing him in the first place if he thought that was the case, innit, bro?
In fact, 100%. He's seen this opportunity, a young top player from French football, who we know the clubs have been interested. I've named you PSG, Dortmund, Madrid have inquired, Liverpool one interested in November 2024. All these teams were interested. And now he's available in 30 million. It's a no-brainer. You've got a top quality player who's got statistics, who's been player of the year in French football. It's simple. Pay up the money, and the guy will show it on the pitch. And you need that Mahrez-esque. How many times have we said we need this Mahrez-esque type of player?
Bro, we need DNA, bro. We need players who can get fucking goals in this team, bro. Like, this is why Mamouche was such an important signing, Hamza.
Fact.
Because before we signed Mamouche, who scored goals in that team? Haaland, and that was it. Nobody else.
No one else.
So we needed players to, because we had, bro. We if you think about it, we've gone from a team, obviously we won a treble in it, but before that we had Sterling and Sane both scored. Then we went into the treble year, but we still had Mahrez, and Bernardo got some big goals that year. We had Gundogan in his prime, KDB in his prime, Foden, Rodri, This year we've not had enough play. We bought Mamouche, who's now our 3rd highest goal scorer, I think, and he's still scored more goals than Benjamin Sesko, by the way.
There you are.
The Bundesliga. He's not been there for 5 months. And now Cherki's going to get goals. So we're adding more goals to our game, man. This is what we need. We need players Because the thing is, yeah, everyone's just playing this low block system against City now, Hamza. Yeah,
Yep.
we're playing this team, and everyone's just going. I tell you what, we'll play low block. Why are they doing that? I tell you why they're doing it. Because if they can stop Haaland, you stop City. Done. And that's why when Haaland wasn't in the team, we was winning quite a lot of games. It wasn't because we're a better football team without Haaland. It's because teams can't play at that low block, or it doesn't work as much because our players are forced to actually fucking shoot and not just pass the ball to Haaland. As soon as Haaland come back in the team against like Palace and Southampton, yeah, we go back to just spamming crosses into him, and they know how to deal with that. Yeah. So what we need to do is, so that's a problem. That is a problem. That's not Haaland's fault.
No, it's not.
It's a quality issue fault. Yeah.
Fact.
We don't have the quality on the football pitch, and that's just a fact. Now we're signing these players and we're getting players back like Rodri and Foden. Yeah. Next season, we're going to be able to find him again. 20 assists he's got this year, bro.
Look at Oscar Bob when he comes on and he played for us. He dribbles past one or two players. We saw quality. Ryan Cherki is quite similar. You look at youngsters who became top players at that age. Mahrez didn't peak until he's 24, 25 at Leicester. He went to Le Havre to Leicester at the age of 24. This guy's leaving 22, 21. And then later on took him a year or two to become that great player. I think Cherki, I swear, we remember, go and check it. He was on their books. He was a youngster growing up in Lyon. He didn't have stability. Lyon had to sell their players. Lyon had to then recruit older players. Maitland-Niles comes in. Lacazette comes in. He's now playing with the likes of Rodri. He's playing with Marmoush. He's playing with Haaland. He's playing with Reinders. Yeah, he's playing with Foden. Yeah, he's playing with these players. Doku come off the pitch, coming off dribbling, gives it to him the ball. He can do something with the ball. Not pass it back to thing. He said, yo, give it to me. Rodri takes one guy, two, give it to him. But he knows he's just going to do a little. And the one thing I'm impressed about him is his vision in tight spaces. The vision in tight spaces, it tells me that this guy is a street footballer. He knows. He's played this football at the top level. If you look at his performance this season, all the goals you see, little cheeky goals, comfortable in front of goal. You know, I'm not saying our wingers, let's say for Savio, you see he forces it to shoot. Forces it. Yeah? Cherki's finishing. Places it. Bang. Straight. Top player. You've seen that. And we've seen League R player of the years coming into this league. Hazard, top player. Mahrez, top players. We've seen every player that comes in with the hype from League R. They often
the thing is with the French ballers, yeah. You know, like different nationalities, yeah, have different like traits. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with the French ballers, yeah, they're techie ballers, bro. They're very, very techie players. Very, very techie. Look at Doué. Look at Doué. Perfect example. Oof. Look at how technical he is. Yep. Very, very technical player. They're very, very good. And it's probably because they grow up on the streets playing football, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like going on the streets, playing street boat football in like Paris and that. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what they do. So when you do that, when you grow up like that, yeah, you become a very good technical player. The ball's fucking bouncing everywhere. You got to control the ball and bouncing on the street and all that kind of shit, yeah? So you look at Cherki and I'm thinking, yo, this guy is going to be able to help us massively, man. And I think it's going to work. Listen, let me do some of these super chats and then we'll... I got to call you out, bro. I have to call you out, innit?
Yeah.
So let me do these super chats, bro, and then I'm going to call him out, yeah? Big up to... Is it Karl here? We need Gyökeres, bro. Haaland is just not performing. Haaland's not been performing, bro. But I don't think that's necessarily Haaland's fault, yeah? Obviously, yeah, he could do better, whatever, blah, 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 100%, yeah? But... as we just spoke about, the quality is not on the pitch to find him. And if you don't believe me, go and have a look at his stats. 0 shots, 0 shots, 0 shots. That's not his fault. Yeah, if he's having 5 shots a game, 6 shots a game, and he's not scoring, fair play. Cook Haaland. And I do that, yeah. On the play ratings, I give Haaland 0 plenty of times, yeah, when he's had shots and not scored. But when he has 0 shots, that's not his problem, necessarily. Like, sometimes it is, but most of the time it ain't. Gyökeres better GA than Haaland this season by but come on, bro. What are we doing here? He scored 30 goals in his worst season in Manchester City. That's insane. Come on, man. I mean, we get Gyökeres as a backup by all means.
Haaland, man, world class.
Not as a starter. Come on, bro. Big up for the donuts, bro. Big up Tinsay says there won't be a vibe season in a Pep system, bro. You don't remember. You don't remember the Centurions, man. Tinsay, bro. You don't remember the Centurions. Centurions was very exciting football, bro. Yeah, that goal that we scored at the Emirates, man, with Leroy Sané. You remember when it was snowing?
I was there.
Yeah, I was there as well. There was it was like no Arsenal fans in the stadium. It was empty, by the way. And that goal we scored, bro, brilliant goal, man. It was excited.
But we got 100 points, man.
Come on, Tinsay, man. We can. I think this year is going to be exciting football. Bill Lewis says if we go for another midfielder, I'd go for Angelo Stiller. Really good. Yeah, no, he's going Bayern now, isn't it? Is he Bayern?
He's going Madrid. He's going Madrid. I think Madrid are negotiating on. Madrid won him, and they've been doing the homework on him. And Madrid won him for 60 million euros or 60 million euros. He's a good Stuttgart guy. But we don't need a DM.
No, we don't need a DM.
Yeah. He's a good, German. Yeah, absolutely. You could get him. But now we've done Nico G. We've got Rodri. We've got Kovacic, who's still there. Reinders will be there. And we don't know the future of Gundogan. So got enough midfielders. You can't just get another midfielder.
I think Gundogan's going to leave, and I think Kovacic is going to stay because Kovacic is got injured in it for 3 months. Yeah,
I think Kovacic stays, has surgery, comes back. Gundogan, I think he goes to Turkey.
Yeah, I think so as well.
He's always talked about wanting to go back to Turkey, whatever it is. I can see Galatasaray, and there's been report there now. He's going back. I think he's not. He's going to go. I see you're not going to keep Gundogan. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Bro, I need to call you out, bro.
Yeah.
Because people in the chat have been telling me intel. They've been giving me intelligence.
Yeah. Let me hear this.
Why have you been slandering Ryan Aït-Nouri's name, bro? You don't like him. You don't like him.
Ryan Aït-Nouri. No, I've said Ryan Aït-Nouri.
You don't like him, isn't it?
No, I like him. He's a good footballer. I think Ryan Aït-Nouri is a good footballer. He's a good footballer at the age of 23. Yeah? Defensive, he's got a bit of defensive liabilities. But on the ball, he's brilliant. So I've been telling City fans, don't make him as a great player, because when you're putting him on that pedestal, you start creating pressure for him. You create that pressure for a player. I want him to thrive with less pressure. Ryan Aït-Nouri is a good player.
The thing is, though, Hamza, the thing is with that ain't going to work, bro. Because he's coming into Manchester City, He's being bought for 40 plus million.
Yeah.
He's our first right back since 2017. There's going to be pressure. We have no left back. There is going to be pressure on Aït-Nouri to deliver the goods. So I don't think you can have that. I don't think you can have a situation where he just comes in and has no pressure. There's going to be pressure. We don't have a left back.
Yeah, I listen. He's a good player. He's a good left. My first choice was Kekes, but the problem, Kekes doesn't play Pep style of football. All he does is run on the wing, cross the ball, run on the wing, cross the ball.
Too one-dimensional for City.
Yeah, Ryan
Aït-Nouri is so technical, bro.
Yeah,
he's such a good player.
Ryan Cherki will love him. Him and Ryan Cherki in like five-a-side, I'm trying to say, when they're training, him, little back heel, Ryan Cherki, little flick, Doku, one touch, go. They love this kind of like, to me, I like him. But defensive liabilities, he does have it. But as long as our defenders are quite strong, because he's a good player. He's a good player.
He's going to be next to Gvardiol.
Yeah.
Gvardiol should cover some of that.
Yeah.
And he's got Rodri in front of him to the right.
What's his weakness?
His weakness is... Bro, I'll be real, maybe defensive positioning.
That's one thing you could say. The thing is, I looked at him. Technically, he's a top talented player. Very gifted.
Elite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But when I look at his weakness, positioning. Yeah? I've seen him getting caught out of positioning. Yeah? But we can say about Cancelo, same thing. I've seen him leaving a guy behind. When they catch him on the transition, He leaves space behind him, and fast wingers, they can exploit him. Sometimes, if you look at his runs, he sometimes make like late runs sometimes to go on and go back. Aerial duo, he's not dominant. He's more on the floor guy. You know, there's some players like
Yeah, but the thing is
Vardy
though,
does
right?
on
The thing is
on
though,
the-
yeah, in that situation, right, I don't really care about his aerial duel that much, right? Because
Yeah.
well, I'm thinking, when am I going to need him to win aerial duels, right? Well, corners, I've got Diaz, Gavadio,
yeah,
Rodri,
yeah,
Haaland. I've got
Yeah.
4 players, which in my opinion are more. I put more pressure on them 4 players defending a set piece, i.e., a
Yeah.
corner or a free kick, right? So he's fifth choice, yeah.
yeah.
Long balls forward in transition. He's not going to be there anyway because he's going to be up the pitch.
He loves going front. He loves
Yeah,
attacking.
well, that's where we need to use him. So he's not going to be getting caught out defensively on an aerial ball on a transition, because on a transition he won't be in defense. He'll be up the pitch. That'll be a Gabardiola issue. So I don't really see that as a major issue, man. I just think for me, it's I think, bro, with this one, this is a player who is a very good player right now. He's a very, very good left back. He's a technically excellent. Yeah, he could go inside. He can go down the wing. He can get goals. He can get assists. I think he's got 11 GA as a left back this year for Wolves, Hamza. Yeah, this is incredible.
11 GA, yeah?
Yeah, I think, if you give him a year or 2 years under Pep Guardiola, I think you could be looking at one of the best left backs in world football.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a type of player. He reminds me of a player that's like getting close to elite status, but just needs to take that jump. Needs to get in with Pep, and I think Pep and the players can have him there. There's no point in telling me to chill, J Claus, because if he's not going to be a world class left back in a year or 2, why are we buying him? Don't buy the player. If you disagree with me on that, why are we buying him? The reason I want City to buy him is because I believe that in a year or 2 years' time, you could be looking at a world class left back. If you don't think we're going to be looking at a world class left back in a year or 2 years, don't buy him and buy another player that you think is going to be a world class left back in two years. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do.
See, I looked at his thing. Like, me as a left back, do you think you need to be a sprinter or not? Left back and right backs. Kyle Walker's a sprinter.
Sprinter. In terms of, but Kyle Walker was a sprinter from a defensive point of view. Isn't it? I know he's going to be used in the flip of Walker. Walker was used as a defender. You know what I mean? Like, he'd chill on that right side, and then when the ball was played over the top, he'd sprint to get the ball back for us. Yeah, and he did that countless times. Amazing. Aït-Nouri's not going to be used like that, innit? Aït-Nouri's going to be used going forward. So, no, I don't think he's going to be used as a sprinter. I think he's going to be used as someone as a potential ball carrier, as someone who might invert into midfield, and someone that will get down the wings. I don't think he's going to be used necessarily as a sprinter, no.
I think that's the thing. I think he loves the ball on his feet. He keeps the ball possession. It's hard to get ball off him. He's effective on the ball. In terms of his pace, he doesn't have the pace like, let's say, for example, players like Alphonso Davies, Nuno Mendes, Achraf Hakimi. But he's 23. Can he get better? Yes. Can he improve defensively? Yes. But to me, one thing I like about him is the ability to have the ball. I'm not scared. Give me the ball. Yeah. I can take 1 or 2 players. Yeah. I can assist. To me, he can dribble with both feet. He's a dribbler.
He's a dribbler.
Yeah. He reminds me of this kind of like left right backs who are dribblers. You know, like little Dani Alves. Yeah. Dani Alves used to love the ball. Marcelo loves the ball, but he was also a sprinter. So he's that kind of like a player. I like to have the ball 1, 2. To me, that part, as long as we can compensate for that part, defensive display. So the question is, are we going to be, with Pep Linders, especially coming in, where we are pressing from the front?
Yeah.
We'll be pressing from the front now.
Yeah.
Like, our job will be like, we need to get guys, go and get the ball quickly. He's a guy who's able to keep the ball and get the ball.
Correct.
If they do because we've been conceding a lot of goal on transition, we have to be able to cover those back
So for me, that if they do beat our press, I I don't think Ike Noor is part of the conversation then, because I think he's been beaten. He's probably one of the attacking players, that's been beaten. So then you're looking at Reinders, you're looking at Rodri, and then you're either looking at a back two or a back three, depending how Pep goes, because he might play a back three of Gavardio, maybe Diaz. I'd like to be Huzanov, and then maybe Livramento. I think Ike Noor is going to be used essentially as a left winger. You know when you've seen Gavardio like this year and last year be pushed up so far up the pitch that he's not really been a defender. We've done the player ratings, we've looked at his heat map, and Gavardio's red circle is in the attacking half, pushed up massively. I think it would help if we basically don't call him a left back necessarily, or call him like a left wing back. Left wing back, that role of a left wing back has less defensive responsibility because you're further up the pitch. Yeah, and then why? Because then you have the three centre backs and then they deal with it. I'm not saying he's the best defender in the world. Yeah, I've not seen enough of him to say that, right? But obviously he might get cooked a little bit. But at the same time, we had Cancelo, bro. We've had Delph. We've had Zinchenko.
Yeah,
even Mendy wasn't the best defender in the world. Yeah, he made bozo errors and shit. So like, I don't know, Kolarov, like, was he the best defender in the world? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he was.
He was a freak specialist, that guy.
Yeah, he was a specialist. But you know what I mean?
But defensively, you're right.
The only one that we've had is Ake.
Yeah.
He's the only one that we've had in the last 10 years who's like an actual legitimate defender first.
Yeah.
Now, it did work. We won a treble. But obviously he wants to change the style because he's realising people have cottoned on to how we're playing and we're finding it difficult. So he's got to change it up, man. I think, bro, you should put your stocks into it, Nori, bro. I think it's going to be a good signing, bro. I think you're going to like him.
Value for money. His contract's about to run out in 2026 with option to extend.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that additionally is held by Wolves, who can give him an extra year.
Yeah.
I think Angers has 50% sell-on clause.
Yeah, so they can buy that back for 8 million.
8 million. How much are we talking about he's going to City for?
45 million.
45 million. Is that what? Euros, yeah?
Pounds.
23-year-old left back who's good on his feet, plays like Marcelo.
I think it's good value, Hamza. Again, bro, if this guy works...
Algerian
baller, come on.
Yeah.
Yo, if this guy works, you've got a player again for like, 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah.
You're getting these guys locked up.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, people go, oh, well, it's a bit too much money. Hang on a minute, Wait a second. Let me phrase it like this. Do you think the player's going to work? Yeah, let's do a little, what are them charts called? Flow chart, yeah?
Yeah.
You know the flow chart, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think Ike Noor is going to be good for City, yeah?
Yeah.
No? Don't sign him. Yes? Okay. Yeah? If he is, you're going to have him for 9 years, 45 million divided by 9. What is that? Like 5.5 million?
Yeah.
A year, bro.
Worth it. Fact.
You got him. You don't need to buy another left back now for now.
Worth it, 100%.
8 years, bro. Get him in.
Yeah. Fact.
Yeah.
He's worth it. He's a Pep type of player. He loves to keep the ball. He loves to be on the ball. Pep loves players who love to keep the ball. He doesn't want you to lose possession. You can't push him off the ball. He fits in. Although my preference was initially Keke's, but when I looked at Manchester City's style of play, with players loving the ball, not bobbing forward and whipping crosses, because Keke's is good. He's good. He's a good left back. I've always wanted Keke's.
Keke's a good left back.
But Nouri is more experienced. He's played Premier League proven, top baller, good on the feet. He's a dribbler. He can beat one man. There's one game I remember him for. Everton away. I don't know whether you remember that game. Everton were playing them, and Everton were attacking them. And suddenly it was Goodison back, and they caught Everton on a counter. And Nouri, that's that part I remember him for the pace. Go and check that Everton versus Wolves in Goodison Park. And the passion of him to get to the front and make sure he scores that goal. I think he started us and he got into the goal. Brilliant. brilliant. So he's more of an attacking than a defensive. And one thing we're talking about Martin today was the fact that our liabilities has been our wingers they don't help our attack. I know Vardy helps a bit, but to me, the likes of our left backs and right backs don't get involved, like in terms of in the game, like overlapping or cutting inside, being a good dribbler. Having him and Nico Riley as the future of Man City's left back, you're in safe hands, 100%. I agree with that.
Trust me, bro. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a baller. Yo, big up Martin, bro. For that 8 months, man. Big up to you. Big up to Lewis says, if you can buy someone with no problems like money wise, who would it be? Mine would be Valverde. Imagine him in that, bro. Probably, bro. I might agree. You know, maybe Valverde, bro. He's a baller, but yeah. I mean, we got Haaland, Mamouche, Foden, Cherki coming. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. Valverde's not a bad shot. Maybe a right back, Hakimi. Maybe Hakimi, bro.
Oof.
Yeah, probably Hakimi, you know, because we need a right back in it. We need a right back. Who would you go for?
Someone said Singo from Monaco. He's tough. He's a fighter, strong.
Yamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Yamal. Maybe Yamal. All right, then. Look, before we wrap it up, yeah, because we're going to end soon. Brother, yeah, let me ask you a question, innit? Do you think City are going to make a big monster bid for Tino Livramento, bro? Because my theory, yeah, this is my theory. We went for Wirtz, 100 million. We pulled out the deal. We got rejected, whatever. We're going to save 65 million. Yeah? Saved. I don't think we're getting Gibbs White anymore. That's 70 million saved.
Yep.
I think City are going to go to Newcastle after the Club World Cup and put down 75, 80 million for Livramento.
I think I said to Martin today, that Newcastle, first, we know they're rich. The structure of Newcastle, they're rich.
They're so rich, bro. They're so rich.
So
man.
I know we talk about FFP and all this stuff that they get involved in. Livramento to me is 22 years old. Yeah, he's brilliant. I remember watching him for Southampton. He played well last season, 2 seasons before. And my guy is from, obviously, Croydon. Big up to the area where I live in. He was born in Croydon, man. So I'm not going to shout. Get that guy in. To me, I believe that Newcastle are smart. They will make smart decision. Newcastle will decide how many homegrown players they have. Can they utilize this money somewhere else to balance the books and add an extra money? If I was Newcastle, 80 million, I'd sell. Why would I not sell? I can get someone like Singo.
I'd sell.
Alcaluch from Monaco. Yeah, 2 players and add another 2 players. Yeah, it helps them. It helps both parties.
I would
get the right back.
Visit, so.
Yeah, Man City get the right back. They can. I know they want Livramento to stay because they're desperate. My brother's a Newcastle fan since I don't really remember Faustino Asprilla days. Faustino Asprilla. So my brother used to support them with Alan Shearer, Rob Lee, and all that stuff. So he always talks about this, and he said to me, "Listen, Newcastle will sell him if City give them like 80 million." You're right.
I think they'll do it.
Yeah, because they'll look at the whole package. They'll think we can utilize that money somewhere else. It's not they don't need the money, LB.
They don't need the money, but they need the access to spend the money. And if they sell him for like 70 to 80 million, that'll unlock 60 million pound of PSR profit that they can go and buy. Now they can go and buy another right back. They could go and get. They got options. They could go and get the next big thing. Like the next big, who's the next best 18, 19-year-old right back? They get him for 20, 30 million. Yeah. And then you've still got 50 million on top of that. Or you could go and get like a Singo or something like that. Yeah. And then they can buy someone else as well. It's not, the thing is, this is different, for Newcastle because it's not Isak. If they sell Isak, they're finished. Not finished, but you know what I mean? Yeah. If they sell Bruno G, bad news. Yeah. If you sell Tonali, bad news. Yeah, like these guys, you're gonna struggle to get a better player than them. Yeah, if you sell Isak, you're downgrading in it. You're not getting a player as good as Isak. But if you sell Livramento, you can get a player that's a solid right back. He might not be quite as good as Livramento. You might get a one that's just as good as Livramento. But the fact is, yeah, we need a right back. We also could do with a homegrown player. And for me, it just makes sense. And I just don't think it's obviously Newcastle fans won't want to sell him, but I just don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a right back.
It's a
it's like this Liverpool thing, bro, with Trent in it. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, they're losing Trent, but like, it's not that big a deal in my opinion. So yeah, for me, I think we'll do it. And the fact is, yeah, he's 22. So you sign him, you got him for 10 years. That's 10 years. Right back, homegrown player done for 10 years.
Absolutely. 10 years. He's a good right back. I think it's the homegrown issue that we have. That's the biggest factor.
Mm-hmm.
We have homegrown issue where if you look at the number of players that we have, it's a homegrown issue. That's why City are trying to decide who they need to move out. I think Livramento is a better player than Morgan Gibbs-White, to me. I would prefer to spend that money on Livramento. 100%.
I agree. I would as well.
1,000%.
I think it's less risky.
Livramento is top player, will be a top player. Why would I spend on Morgan? No way, no chance. Let me spend that money somewhere else.
I'd rather spend it on Livramento than Gibbs-White. I think it's less risky. Yeah. I think you know, you're looking at Livramento. What does he have to do? He just has to fucking defend.
Yeah.
He just has to defend, man. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Gibbs-White, bro, you got to create chances regularly. You got to score goals regularly. Yeah. And like, if you don't do that, you're a major burden on the team.
And he's played left back as well for Southampton before.
He played left back as well. He's versatile.
He can play left back and right. So there's versatility when we're losing. When we got left back or Kusanov comes in. I think the issue is it's all about negotiation. It's all about negotiation. And I think they don't need the money. But what they will do is they will look at this, whether selling Livramento can progress them into getting 2 other players for that money. And because they've got enough homegrown already.
Oh, that's
issues. We have issues with the homegrown. Stones, we think about Stones. Ake issue. He comes in. Yeah? That's 3. Foden stays 5. 4. Nico Riley stays 6. Yeah? Already, because we know Walker's not going to stay. So we need to replace that immediately. Yeah? Grealish is going to go already. So that's why we look at this homegrown issue as an issue. We have to get him. I don't see anyone else. And I think he's a good England right back. He's likely to stay here for a long time, if not forever. And he's pacey. He's quite fast. Is he 23?
22.
22. Oh, bro, come on, man. Where was the likes of Karl Walker 22 years old, man? I think Sheffield United.
I think maybe he just moved to. What did he move at 23? He might have moved at 23.
I think if you look at his quality, he's a promising top player, and his dribbling, his ball carrying is amazing. He can beat one-on-one. I've seen him beat one-on-one players. He's quick. He's fast.
He's also pretty technically gifted as well, you know.
Very technically, 100% he's technically gifted. He's very I've rarely seen this boy, I swear. I've rarely seen him panic under pressure when he's pressed. Never. I've never seen him. You know, when you press up, you know, especially defenders right back, you get behind him. You want to, he's comfortable. You know, Karl Walker, he's got pace. But this boy is a baller. He rarely panics when pressed. He's comfortable in tight areas. He keeps the ball very well. I really hardly see him making defensive mistakes. He's very mature.
I think he's more defensive than he is offensive. I think he's a good defensive. I think he's obviously different to Walker in many ways, but I think he's more Walkery than he is like going forward. Because if you look at his forward numbers, forward numbers ain't particularly like special. So I think could be used as a. But
he locked up Arsenal home and away.
Yeah, he's a good player, man.
They beat them 4-0. You see what I'm saying?
We can't afford to take risks, man. In terms of like getting risky players and like. You know, for me, I'm looking at Livramento. I'm like, you put Livramento at right back. I don't think I'm worrying. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm worrying. I'm not worried about Cherki. I know Cherki will get the output. You don't get 34 output GNA this season in Europa League and League One by fluking it.
No,
you don't fluke 34 GNA. He'll get me fucking goals in. Yeah. You know, Livramento will defend. He'll be able to defend for me. Yeah. Reinders. bro, midfielder of the year, Serie A midfielder of the year for AC Milan. Yeah, you ain't fluking that, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the biggest risk probably out of the four would probably be Aït-Nouri, but
How much would that cost us? So 70?
so
30,
yeah,
40?
I reckon 75 for Livramento, 45 for Aït-Nouri. So that's what 120. Cherki 35, so 155, and then Reinders maybe 60. So like just over 200.
Oof, for top players. How many players is that?
That's 4.
That's
And
good.
apparently, did you see the news today? Pep Guardiola saying our goalkeepers are not leaving.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It just stabilizes everything for next season.
Stabilizes everything. Because I said this today, bro. If
You
you
don't
get a
need to do a
goalkeeper,
major get clear out, whatever it is. You need
bro.
stability, man. If I'm quite happy, then you don't need to spend. The only thing I would say is adding one more player there will be a bit like cherry to the sauce. Because
I'd like someone who can do what Gibbs White can do and play the DM, like not the DM, but next to the DM, and the forward line.
Yeah,
because I think we're a little bit light in that midfield. If we get a couple of injuries, 2 injuries, which can happen easily. That's not like that's easily happen. You get 2 injuries, all of a sudden, man, you're looking a little bit light. So maybe Gibbs White, you could get Gibbs White as well.
And you know who I'd go for? And you guys are gonna laugh at me. I'd raid Aston Villa.
Rodgers. I mean, you could do. I mean, again, he's homegrown.
Ben, he drives the ball forward. He'll beat a player.
Do you like him more than Gibbs White? Do you prefer him to Gibbs White?
Yes, 100%. He's a better player than Gibbs White. Better player. He'll be a better player than Gibbs White. 100%.
I'm not convinced, you know.
Bro, he gets the ball and he drives 1-2. He was bullying us. When did I see Gibbs White bullying us? Gibbs White didn't bully. He bullied us in Villa Park. I think him raid Villa. They haven't got a Champions League. I think he's a top player. Morgan Gibbs White. You guys believe Morgan Gibbs White is a better player than Morgan Rodgers?
I don't know, but I'm not convinced that Rodgers is clear of Gibbs White.
He's okay. Look at the age. How old is Morgan Rodgers?
Like 22, maybe.
Yeah, 22. How old is Morgan Gibbs White?
26.
So he's 4 years older than him.
Yeah.
Who's got Champions League experience?
Rodgers.
How good was he against PSG? Big teams. I'm talking about teams that won the Champions League.
Yeah, good, bro. You're a decent player, isn't it?
So I'm giving you a player that's 22 years old. He's got 8 goals in the Premier League, 4 in the Champions League. Yeah, he's only 22 years old. He came from our academy. Yeah, he's got 13 assists. He's got 14 goals and 13 assists. That's mad. I'm shocked. Morgan Gibbs White. Listen, let me compare. So age 22, age 25. Yeah, 14 goals for Morgan Rodgers in the in all competition.
Yeah,
Morgan Gibbs White has only got 5 goals. 5 goals. This guy's got 14. In all competition, he's got 13 assists. Morgan Gibbs White has 7. He's got 4 England Cups. He's 22 years old. Morgan Gibbs White has 2 England Cups. Yeah? Tell me. He's not playing the Champions League.
You're a good salesman, bro.
Come on, man. I sold you the dream, man.
Yeah, you sold me the dream, man.
There you are. Look at this.
But
otherwise, the difference is mad.
You need to go and get maybe I think, the homegrown players next year. It wouldn't surprise me if we tried to go and get like an Elise out of Bayern, because he's homegrown. I think
Eze. Would you get Eze? He's going to Tottenham, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think you get Eze. I think next year, because next year we need centre backs and we need wingers, and we probably might need a goalkeeper unless Edison commits and signs a new deal. I think next year it's going to be a homegrown marathon. We're going to go homegrown next year.
I think Braithwaite, get the likes of Braithwaite. If they
will he stay? Is he going to stay at Everton? He's only got 1 year left.
I hope he rejects Chelsea. He stays 1 more year so we can smell that, because then Stones leaves, or we can negotiate Stones. If Stone wants to leave apparently to Everton, you can negotiate that.
Yeah, potentially. But you need yeah, you need something, man. You need a winger maybe next year. At least say who else? What other homegrown winger? Bowen. Bowen, yeah, he's homegrown.
Jared Boyne, how old is Jared Boyne? Is he like 20?
I think he's like 28 or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's a baller, bro. He put some serious numbers up, man. He's a good player.
Yeah, 100%. I think we need after that. I say because Ryan Cherki, people saying that he's our replacement for either KDB. If you say he's a KDB replacement, then you need another winger because your wingers are not good enough.
No,
Our wingers are not good enough, so you have to get another winger. But if you say he's going on wing, you have to get KDB replacement. That to just add that cherry sauce, get that KD, Xavi Simmons or Rodrigo. If you're desperate, I know Morgan King Rogers is not be the best of ideal, but I think we might go for Musiala a couple of years or something with that release clause after a while.
Yeah, I think it's active next year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 160 million. Is it 180 million, 160 million pounds? If Liverpool splash on 150 million euros, we have to splash on that, man, to react.
Someone in the chat says Wan-Bissaka. Get out of it. Yo, Bill Mike said, what did I say 12 months ago over homegrown? Most laughed at me. Well, ... You also said we wasn't in a crisis when we were 1-14, so hold that one. Big up, bro. Yeah, it is something that we need to sort out, man. I'd love Elise. I think Elise is perfect for City, man.
We missed out on him, man. I was telling Martin last year, I said, John Neves or Lise, John Neves or Lise, John Neves or Lise.
Yeah.
We missed out on those two players.
No, it's crazy. It is crazy. But no, they need to get some homegrown players in, man. But we'll have to see in it. All right, and bro. Cool. Anything else, bro, from you?
Listen, just quickly before you go, because Martin is here. Martin says, oh, Hamza's got everyone in the family that supports Newcastle. Martin, look, my brother saved him. What's his name?
Hassan Ajordi.
There you are. There you are. So see, Martin's always laughing at me saying, oh, you know, you haven't got, because I got my uncle supports Bournemouth. He lives in Bournemouth. My auntie lives in Southend. Listen,
the person
I was going to call him live on air and tell Martin, there you are. He's a Newcastle fan, but hardcore, man. What are you doing here, Martin?
No,
he
that's
went
crazy.
down. He used to support them during Faustino Asprilla, Alan Shearer days, Rob Lee. They had players like, what's his name? They had a player called Keshbaya, if you know him. Come on, Martin, man.
Nah, it does sound believable, to be fair, man. I can't lie.
Because Martin's our guy. But listen, it has to be. I'm just waiting for that Ryan Cherki, here we go. Yeah? Biggest thing. I want to hear Reinders, here we go. I think we're going to get this too before the World Club Cup.
You like Reinders?
I think we're getting Nuri. I would think with 3. I think we're getting 3 before.
I agree. I think they're 3. We get them 3 before the Club World Cup.
Fact.
And then maybe we get Liverpool. I think we're going to get Livramento. I think we're going to pay fucking big cash. I think we're going to pay big money.
And do you think Thing will react? What's the name? Do you think Liverpool would pay 150 million? Because they've been asked for 150 million.
I think they have to spend 150. I think they'll look.
They laughed at us. They laughed at us. You know, they laughed at us, their fan base.
Yeah.
They're such a fraud. They were saying to us, oh, we're not going to pay 100. We're going to pay 85 million because this guy called Bayern Space told them, come back to this street. We're only going to pay 88 million. It's 100 million euros. I said, fine, let me see. 130 million euros got rejected today.
Yeah.
Yo, pay up the money.
I think they're going to have to pay the money. If they don't, they're going to look completely fucking stupid.
Exactly. You've been chasing now. I'm waiting to see. He's the most expensive player. I'm just bringing.
Not only that, Hamza, if they don't pay up the money and they don't get him, what's Vert's going to be thinking?
Yeah.
Vert's going to be thinking, you fucking what? You messing me about, mate?
Yep.
What are you talking about, bro? Like, this is and this is going to affect them. So I think they're going to have to pay it. They're going to have to pay it. It's crazy money. 150 million euros is absolutely wild, but they're going to have to pay it. And we'll all be on Vert's watch, mate, and see if
when we're linked to the 150 million euros. they were laughing and said, "Oh, how are you gonna be one guy?" Someone was going on his channel. I'm not gonna spend 150 million on one player. I can't spend 150 million on one player. That's absurd. Why are City spending 150? They're gonna get words because they're the only team that can just do that one, splash that much. I said, okay, fine. But now, when they're gonna spend 150, they're shocked. They're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Your pocket watch, bro. You're pocket watching us when we paid Haaland 50 million release code. You start making that fake numbers that we paid him 200 million or something. Makes sense."
You know the funniest thing about that Haaland thing, yeah, is that they tried to make it sound like we paid an extra 25 and that was bad.
But
They were like, you paid 25 million. It's not 50 million. It's 75 because you paid 25 for agent fees. Okay, so it's 75 million. That's still ridiculously cheap, bro. You know what I mean? He scored 50 goals in his first year, won a treble, he broke all records. Like, that's not a bad thing. Like, they're so desperate, some of these fans, to like make it sound like it's a bad deal. It's like, bro, I paid 100 million for this guy. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
They talk about this Grealish. Oh yeah, you spent £100 million on Grealish. I told them, yeah, Grealish at least won me the treble. You bought Chobosly for 75 to 80 million euros. What did you win? I won everything with Grealish. I won 2 Premier Leagues. We've won the whole treble thing that you will never win. You've never won in your life. You won with Chobosly. You're meant to have won quadruple, and you only won a league title with Chobosly. And now you're gonna replace Chobosly with Flora Wirtz. After you spend 80 million on that guy, you're spending 150 million on another player. Come on.
Yeah, nah, facts. Alex says Rice 100, Caicedo 110, Enzo 107 versus. It's not cheap, is it? But like Enzo's overpriced in that, and Rice was probably overpriced a little bit as well, to be honest. All three of them are overpriced. Let's be honest with you. Yeah, like that's crazy. They're all DMs as well, which is Enzo that may be a bit of a 8 or whatever, but yeah, they're all DMs. That's a lot of money to spend for a DM. The only thing I'd say about Liverpool, at least they're spending it on an attacking player. Do you know what I mean? You don't even be spending like fucking hell, Enzo Fernandez.
Yes.
Declan Rice, 100 million on a DM. Like, at least you're spending it on an attacking. Like, you might even. I think he'll do all right, man. But
you know, some football clubs got saved by Chelsea. Saved some football clubs. Like Arsenal were gonna buy Mudryk for 100 million. Yeah, they got saved from.
They got saved, bro.
Imagine
if they would have got Mudryk, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
These guys are fucking drug cheaters as well, man.
Chelsea are just going to steal. The problem in Chelsea, they were not focused on a particular target. They just went around, oh, you want this guy, I want this guy.
Yeah.
And the problem is they got these guys, Enzo 100 and this guy 100 million and Mudryk 100 million. And, you know, they just basically got it all wrong completely.
They got it all wrong. I've said, if they would have given me half of the budget, bro, I could have got them a naughty team, you know. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They spent 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion. You know how mad that is? That's crazy, bro. That's a lot of fucking money, you know. 1.5 billion.
Yeah. That's a lot of money. And you're still struggling with Nottingham Forest. You have to go to the last game of the season to get top 4 with Nottingham Forest. Well, that's the most shameless sporting project in history. I've never seen a sporting project.
Bro.
Seriously.
Shameless.
You spent 1.5 billion.
Bro, in the dressing
room. You're going to fight with the likes of Hudson-Odoi and Oina on the last day of the season, bro. Praying that you might. Oh my God,
bro! And then these players and the manager, in the dressing room after the season ended, all celebrating and that. And it's like, bro,
we just gone to our picture and said
1.5 billion. What is going on here, man? Nah, that is crazy work.
My days. My days.
Yeah, that is actually wild. All right, and big up, man. By the way, the poll.
Yeah.
I had a poll in the chat, bro. I said, who's better? Yeah. Morgan Gibbs-White or Morgan Rogers?
Let's see that poll. I want to see. Come on, guys, man. I want to see who
knows. Why do you think the chat voted?
Definitely Morgan Rogers. Won it. Simple.
Morgan Gibbs-White?
Yeah, he's probably 30%, 20%.
80% of the vote.
These guys are shit, really.
80% of the vote. Morgan Rogers only gets 20% of the vote.
Oh my day. Yo, if you voted for Morgan Gibbs-White, put your name down there on the chat. And we'll come back to this. I'm gonna come back to it because I'm gonna remember those guys. Put your name on the chat if you voted for that, man. No way. No way. Oh my days, bro. That's mad. 80%. Bro, that's a walk. 80%, bro. That's mad.
It's clear, bro. It's clear,
Bro,
isn't it?
what these guys, what do they see what I don't see?
Bro, you don't see the tech, bro.
Nah, man.
He's a techie baller, man.
What's
You don't see
happened
the
to
way
my fan base, man? What's
You
happened
don't
to
see
my fan base?
Yeah.
Where's the knowledge? What's wrong with my fan base, man? What's happened to my fan base? Guys,
Oh.
man, you need to go to a church. Someone needs to pray for you lot. Or mosque. Yeah? Or synagogue. Someone needs to pray for you lot, man. How can you, oh my day? Bro, I'm shocked, bro. How dare they vote for
You not see the way that Morgan Gibbs White drops his shoulder, bro?
Nah, allow that, man. No chance. No chance,
Be
bro.
real, bro.
No way. Bro, this is shameless, man. These guys are absolutely shameless. For a guy who grew up in Manchester City, played for us, who's doing it at the Champions League, and you rate over the guy Morgan Gibbs White? Nah. Bro, I can't believe it, man. That's shameless. Bro, put your name on the chat. You're shameless. You're a shameless human being. You're a shameless human being. Name yourself. I mean, name and shame, bro. You need to do name and shame those guys.
Oh, it's their opinion, though, isn't it, bro? It's a democracy, bro. They're entitled to their views, isn't it?
Nah, man. This is bad.
That's crazy.
This is shameless, bro. I swear to God, I can't believe these guys are shameless. 1 a.m, bro. Go to bed, man. You guys go to bed. You guys go to bed, man. Go to bed, man. Get out of here, man.
All right, let me put him out of his misery. I'm winding you up, bro. They didn't vote that.
Seriously?
No, they didn't vote that, bro. I was just winding you up in it. Right, so the vote, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's better? Rodgers wins 63% of the vote.
Come on. I told you. Yo, I believe in you, lot, man. Come on.
Now you're just calling them frauds, bro.
Well, these guys are my guys, man. I love these guys.
What has happened to my fan base? He said.
Yes. I know my guys. I know your knowledge, man. I love these guys' knowledge. You're Martin. This. That's a come on. Big up to every single one of you. Yeah. I love that knowledge of football. This is why I love City. Come on, man. My guys. Yeah, come on, man. Listen, man. I'm saying legends, man. That made my day, man. Made my day. I was gonna go to bed and think, what the hell, man?
We're finished.
Really, I'm done, man.
We're finished. How
do I get these guys on my side now?
No, that's crazy, man. All right, then, boys. We'll leave it there. Listen, people, have a good night, innit? Yeah, enjoy your rest of your night. For those that are going to bed, have a good sleep. For the rest of you guys that are in a different time zone, yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. For those that are you guys on night shift, yeah. Good on you, man. Get the bag, innit? Come on, the night shift workers. Big up Hamza every time. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Yeah, I'll put the link in the title. Make sure you guys are subscribing to it. I'm back tomorrow with Daps at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So make sure you join on that one. And we'll stay tuned, man. Make sure you guys are hitting the notification bell, innit? Because if the bombers are bombering, yeah, then I'm getting on a live stream, mate. So make sure you guys are hit the notification bell. And we'll leave it there. Big up to everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.